Hey guys, it's Shawn from the blog she'sinorelement.com, and today we are going to do day 2 of our sourdough starter. So if you tuned in yesterday to the beginning of my sourdough starter, you'll know that we started off with 1 cup of flour sifted and 1 cup of filtered water. We put that in our container, mixed it vigorously, put a tea towel on top, and we have let it sit for 24 hours as per the directions. So for day 2, what we need to do is discard half of this mixture. Once I discard half of it, I'm going to actually add another cup of sifted flour and another cup of filtered water. We're going to stir that vigorously, and that's it for day 2. Now, I wanted to show you a little bit more, but unfortunately, I went to Trader Joe's yesterday. I did a massive haul, like so excited, over $500. Wanted to show you all of the must-haves of 2022 from Trader Joe's. But when we came home, I heard water. And I was like, uh-oh. Now, I've told you guys before in different videos that I have several basements, and they're not all accessed at the same time. It's just the way the house was built. Every time an addition was put on, a new basement was put on, and it has a different access point. So we have multiple basements, and we don't always go into them. There's no need to. So when I came in the house, the basement under the main house, I could hear water. And I was like, So I opened the cellar door, and my basement was underwater. A couple of pipes burst. Now, the saving grace to this is our basement is getting completely redone again. We had a major leak over 10 years ago here. ServPro had to come in. They had to take everything out. So the full house that's downstairs is a shell. It needs to be finished. The bathroom needs to be redone. The kitchen needs to be upgraded. The walls need to be finished. Carpeting needs to go down. Just need to finish it. And we were going to do that. We were actually going to start it last week because my daughter and her husband and the kids are moving in with us, and they're going to take the downstairs temporarily. So I am so grateful that for whatever reason we didn't do it. Something came up and we just couldn't start it. God has a plan for everything. Trust me on that. If we had started doing all this work, it would be ruined right now. So thank you. We did not start. Now we're just trying to get rid of the water. We need to get some dehydrators. I have some super huge fans and blowers going down there that I had to shut off temporarily to do this video. And I'm just tired, which is why I look like that. My husband's still upstairs sleeping. He had to call out for the day from his other job. We do own our own business, but we have people that work for us. And he goes someplace else. You know, he get great insurance doing that, so hey. But he had to call out because he was up till like 2 or 3 trying to take care of everything down there and prevent black mold from happening because it's so hot and muggy here on the East Coast, and it's just awful. So that's where we're at, but I'm going to get back to the sourdough starter, and we're just going to do day 2. So like I said, we're going to discard half of this mixture here, and I'm going to repeat the process of day 1, 1 cup sifted flour, 1 cup filtered water. Let's do this. All right, so there's a little bit of separation. As you can see, there's some water on the top. So I'm actually just gonna give this a stir. Because I feel like you don't want to try to take half of it out until everything's incorporated again. So I'm just gonna give that a stir. All right, much better. Everything's together. Now I am going to get a measuring cup, and I guess I'm just gonna try to like take half of it out. All right, so she doesn't really say how to take half of it out, so I'm literally just gonna scoop it, and I have to take the container to dump it because I don't want this going all over my house. Now, what I did is I just used a half a cup measurer to get this out, which is what I wanted to do. And I know that it should be around a half a cup would be half of the mixture to remove, because we put a full cup of flour yesterday and a full cup of water. And even though you're putting 2 cups together, it's still only kind of making 1 cup because they incorporate. So I think I'm good with that. And now let's add the flour and water for today. All right, let's get this in there. Nice little shaken. Get rid of those lumps. And here is the filtered water. Now, like yesterday, just gonna vigorously stir this again. Scrape down your sides. Make sure you get the bottom. Nice vigorous stirring. Yeah. Just so you can see, it's incorporated. We don't have any bubbles starting yet, even though there's bubbles in there. I think it's from stirring, I don't know. But this is where we're at for day 2. So now we're going to cover this back up with the tea towel, and then we're gonna put the lid back on. And now day 2 is done. All right, that's all we have to do for day 2. And now our sourdough mixture is gonna go back and sit for another 24 hours. Now for days 3, 4, and 5, we're gonna repeat the same process. So each day I'm gonna discard half of the mixture, add another cup of flour, add another cup of filtered water, stir vigorously, and let it sit for 24 hours. Day 6 and 7 is where it changes a little bit. It just changes time-wise a little. So I think it's going really good so far. I honestly wish I had had einkorn to start with, which is what Lisa uses for her sourdough, and she raves about it, and it's something I really, really would like to try. Much healthier alternative for my family, the grandkids, but I didn't have any. I will. I have it coming from Thrive Market now, because I would like to try it. So I might do a second one using the einkorn. But for right now, we're just going to use this one. This is day 2. We're done. Remember, all we did is take half the mixture out, add another cup of sifted flour and another cup of filtered water, stir vigorously, tea towel, cover, sit for 24 hours. So this isn't a very long process to tend to it each day. It's very quick, but you just have to make sure that you follow the rules. And I'm doing it. It's looking good. Maybe it is starting to ferment a little, because I'm getting some extra bubbles in there right now. That I don't know if that's from, I don't know what it's from, quite honestly. I need to really learn a little bit more about the process and what exactly the flour and the filtered water are doing. I know they're fermenting, which is what gives you the sour in the sourdough, but I don't understand the back process of this. I don't understand the terminology. I don't understand why, and like I said, the science of it. What is it doing? What is it creating? So those are things I actually want to look into, because I want to know what I'm doing. So that was it. Day 2 down. Tomorrow we'll be on to day 3. Well, thanks again for stopping by my homestead to check in on our sourdough starter process. If you're new to my channel, you might want to consider hitting that subscribe button. I make new videos every week and you never know what they're going to be about. It could be on anything from scratch cooking, sourdough starter, DIY projects, or creating my handmade home one day at a time. You never know. And you don't want to miss the rest of the series of how this is going to go and what is she going to make first. The choices are endless. I kind of have an idea. I'm going strawberry picking today with my daughter and the grandbabies, and we're buying all the strawberries. Whatever we can pick and whatever we can fit in that carriage wagon, I'm taking them home. I don't care if it's $500 worth of strawberries. I'm buying strawberries. I'm going to have enough for myself and my daughter for the year, and we are going to food savor them in a bag in the individual sizes. I'm going to bring you along for that. So I'm thinking I might want to make some biscuits with this because strawberry shortcake is just delicious on a biscuit, and I know Lisa has a recipe and can help me get that going. So once again, thanks for stopping by the homestead for day 2 of our sourdough starter. I am super excited for this. I hope you guys are too. I hope you're enjoying this process as much as I am, and I will see you tomorrow for day 3. The suspense is killing me. Is it gonna work? Is it gonna fail? Oh, you have to stay tuned and find out. I'll see you tomorrow.